Speak Up English, the key to success.
Rita, have you ever wondered why some teachers are hesitant to answer students' questions in class?
I think some teachers may worry about veering off topic or losing track of time, but questions are crucial for learning.
You're right, questions drive our understanding. And it's important for teachers to create an environment where students feel comfortable asking them.
Absolutely, Jasveer. A friendly and approachable teacher can make all the difference.
Speaking of approachable teachers, do you have any favorite teachers from your school days who were excellent at answering questions?
I had a science teacher who encouraged curiosity. No question was too silly, and he'd even perform experiments to explain things.
That sounds like a fantastic teacher. And do you have any funny classroom memories related to questions?
Oh, once a classmate asked our math teacher why we need to learn algebra. The teacher replied, "To find your X in life."
That's a clever way to make algebra seem more exciting. And humor in teaching can make learning so enjoyable.
It really can, Jasveer. A good joke or a funny analogy can help clarify complex topics.
If you were a teacher, Rita, how would you encourage students to ask questions in your class?
I'd create an open and non-judgmental space, reward curiosity, and emphasize that there are no silly questions.
That's a great approach. And finally, do you have any favorite quotes related to questions or learning?
One of my favorites is from Albert Einstein. The important thing is not to stop questioning. Curiosity has its reason for existing.
That's a beautiful quote. Curiosity truly fuels our quest for knowledge.
Jasveer, let's always keep the spirit of curiosity alive and never hesitate to ask questions.
Absolutely, Rita. Questions are the keys that unlock the doors of understanding. Rita, I've been thinking about how technology has changed the way students can ask questions. Online classes and forums are so common now.
That's true, Jasveer. Technology has made it easier for students to reach out to teachers even outside of traditional class hours.
Have you ever used online forums or social media to ask questions related to your studies?
Yes, I've found online communities to be quite helpful. There's always someone who can provide insights or clarify doubts.
It's amazing how the internet has made learning more accessible. And it's not just students, even teachers can learn from their students' questions, right?
Absolutely, Jasveer. Sometimes, students ask questions that make teachers think differently and approach topics from new angles.
It's like the tables are turned and the students become the teachers.
Exactly. It's a reminder that learning is a two-way street.
Speaking of learning, Rita, do you have any interesting tips for students to ask questions effectively?
Well, one tip is to be specific in your questions. Instead of asking, "I don't get it," try to pinpoint what exactly you're struggling with.
Specificity is key, got it. And what if a teacher can't answer a question? How should they handle it?
Honesty is the best policy. A teacher can say they don't know the answer but promise to find out or suggest resources for the student to explore.
That's a fair approach, Rita. It shows humility and a commitment to learning together.
Jasveer, let's continue to appreciate the role of questions in our learning journey. They lead us to discovery and growth.
Indeed, Rita, to questions, curiosity, and the joy of learning. Rita, I've been wondering, do you think there's a difference in how questions are handled in various subjects like science versus literature?
That's an interesting point, Jasveer. In science, questions often have clear answers, while in literature, interpretations can vary. So, teachers adapt their approach accordingly.
Adaptability is key, then. And what about the role of critical thinking in asking questions? How can teachers encourage it?
Teachers can create scenarios that require students to think critically, ask why things happen, and challenge assumptions. It helps students become better questioners.
That's a valuable skill indeed. And do you have any favorite quotes related to questioning and curiosity?
One of my favorites is from Carl Sagan. Somewhere, something incredible is waiting to be known.
That's a beautiful quote. It reminds us that every question can lead to a new discovery.
Absolutely, Jasveer. And speaking of questions, do you have any interesting historical questions you'd like to know the answers to?
I've always wondered about the lost city of Atlantis. It's such a fascinating mystery.
That's a great choice. It's amazing how questions about our past can ignite our imagination.
Rita, as our conversation about questions comes to an end, what's one question you'd like to leave me with?
Here's a thought-provoking one. What question do you think will define your journey of lifelong learning?
That's a profound question, Rita. I'll carry it with me on this journey.
Jasveer, let's continue asking questions, seeking answers, and finding the incredible in the unknown.
Absolutely, Rita. To questions, curiosity, and the joy of learning. Rita, this discussion has been enlightening. It's made me appreciate the role of questions and teachers even more.
I feel the same way, Jasveer. It's been wonderful exploring this topic with you.
You know, Rita, the more I think about it, the more I realize that questioning is at the heart of every discovery and innovation in the world.
You're absolutely right, Jasveer. It's the foundation of human progress.
Rita, if you could ask any historical figure one question, who would it be and what would you ask?
That's a tough one. I think I'd ask Leonardo da Vinci, how did you manage to combine art and science so beautifully?
That's a fascinating question, Rita. Da Vinci was truly a Renaissance man.
He certainly was. And Jasveer, if you had a chance to ask a question to any teacher in history, who would it be, and what would you ask?
I'd choose Socrates, the ancient Greek philosopher. I'd ask him, what is the secret to fostering wisdom through dialogue and questioning?
That's an excellent choice, Jasveer. Socrates' method of questioning, the Socratic method, has had a profound impact on education.
It's fascinating how these historical figures have shaped the way we think about questions and teaching.
Jasveer, let's carry the spirit of curiosity and inquiry with us always. It keeps our minds young and our hearts open.
Indeed, Rita, to the power of questions and the knowledge they bring. Rita, this evening has been truly enlightening. It's incredible how questions can shape our understanding of the world.
I couldn't agree more, Jasveer. Our curiosity and the willingness to ask questions are what make us lifelong learners.
You know, Rita, every time we ask a question, we're embarking on a journey of discovery, no matter how big or small the question may seem.
That's a beautiful way to look at it, Jasveer. It's like we're explorers of knowledge.
Rita, if you could ask the universe one question, what would it be?
I'd ask, what is the ultimate truth that binds everything in the cosmos? It's a question that's intrigued humans for centuries.
That's a profound question, Rita. It delves into the mysteries of existence. And if you received an answer, what would you do with it?
I'd share it with the world, Jasveer, so that we could collectively explore its implications and continue to question.
That's a noble intent, Rita. Questions have the power to unite and drive progress.
Jasveer, let's always nurture our curiosity, ask questions fearlessly, and encourage others to do the same.
Absolutely, Rita. To the endless wonder of questions and the knowledge they bring.